Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another TF5 TV cast. We're here for ozfortress Season 29 Premiership Division Week 2 match between MG Zombies and the Taylor Swift Fan Club. I'm Fuzz. Joining me on the mic tonight will be Michael. And of course, on the production is the ever-reliable Connor. You know, it's all the better for us and all the better for our viewers is we're going live. And we should let you know we're first playing Snakewater and map 2 will be Sunshine. Michael, do you want to take us through this first mid-fight?
Oh, I would love to. Now, on this mid, I'm personally going to be watching Meth. I want to see what he can do against the likes of Deft. He's a little slower to mid than Deft. He's gone through Saw, and he has taken an early stick. So he's lost about 50 health now. He's just dipped below 100 there for a second, but Miramu, he's tanking him up. And right now, it's Snakewater mid, so you're going to see both teams kind of just feel the waters a little bit here. No early soldier bombs. Lex, though, taking the aggression. Benjay following him. And actually, Benjay's going to be the one who commits. He gets a nice early kill onto one of the soldiers. He will lose his life, but Dork actually falls as well.
That opening onto ult actually provided a lot. On the backside, Elmo has taken down Heaves, but he's on solo health that he can't commit right now. He's kind of waddling back through kitchen, not sure what to do. He will catch out Lex now. They're going for the Roma special, and actually Elmo does come up with this. He will lose his life. I believe that's to CK in the end, and eventually, just by a war of attrition, MG Zombies won that. And I think a lot of that comes down to that early pick by Benjay actually following in on that aggression and taking down ult. That just took out a lot of mobility for the fan club, and they were never able to kind of get themselves back into a nice position out of that, as MG Zombies aren't willing to give up. They're going right in. Oh my god, Dork getting completely pounded there. Oh no, that's not Dork. That was CK getting completely destroyed by Def. He just managed to survive, but like some perfectly placed stickies to completely negate any of that aggression. As looks like we're going to see that classic mid to second Snakewater cellmate here, as Legs tries to bomb in, but immediately gets shot down. Is he going to make it out? No, Connor will finish him off with that pistol, and Def and Connor, they combine for a couple more frags themselves. So suddenly a failed sack attempt has turned into a fantastic moment of aggression for the Taylor Swift fan club. We will see, I believe that as CK going in behind, he will take down Connor, but it's not enough. A fantastic moment of aggression by Heaves almost takes down Def, but it's not enough. The back cap is on, but it's kind of all for naught. He won't be able to outcap them now, and so MG Zombies will be out one of their scouts, so they're now in a massive disadvantage.
Yeah, and the thing is, the Taylor Swift fan club here, if they push quickly, they can trade it as 3 players down. CK behind, he's going to do nothing. He hasn't caught anyone behind, and they're actually all turning around to deal with him here. They've caught him in Saw, Elmo, and Dork looking to cut him off, but Dork doesn't need Elmo. He'll drop a spray on the ground and claim his frag. As now it's Taylor Swift fan club. They are in the driving seat, or as much as you can be on Snakewater when you're pushing second with even Ubers. They've bled Connor in under, and he's actually gone completely unseen.
Oh my god, ult gets about denied as you could hope for, but that actually allows an opening for Connor to get in while they're all distracting with ult's failed push. Connor gets the force, and not only that, he actually gets out as well. He's causing so much distraction. He eventually gets taken out by CK, but massive plays from Connor, who, like you said, like really wormed his way in early at the start and just took that one moment of distraction to get the force out. So now Zaka suddenly finds himself in full Uber advantage, and Taylor Swift fan club have a fair bit of time to work with to make this Uber push if they so choose. Really aggressive bomb coming in from Lex. Oh my god, Zaka just pops in the nick of time. It was a fantastic aggressive bomb. Oh my god, it looks like who was that? Benjay's gonna get out as well, so that is a beautiful individual play there by Lex to save his team at least from a disastrous last push that was coming their way.
Yeah, perfectly timed, perfectly placed bomb, getting right by Dork and on top of Zaka in just a situation where if you're a med there's nothing you can do, right? You're in hell, literally and figuratively. There's a soldier on your head, there's no way you can surf, and you're on 20 health. He did a good job to milk it as long as he could, waited until the last rocket was fired, but who cares about that over?
Wow, yeah, he was getting chased hard in the lobby there, but Ult and Elmo will go down, so there's a Soldier Joy out of the picture for Taylor Swift fan club. But I mean, they probably don't need to worry too much. They do have that engine on last. A fantastic little arrow kill by Murami. You do always love to see that. Death caught in as well, and God, just as I was about to praise Taylor Swift fan club for kind of, you know, not giving up too much after their soldiers go down, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, but Taylor Swift Fan Club, despite having 2 players down, they do have the Uber advantage, and they look like they want to take it aggressive here. They do have Lex behind, but they've popped the
Very
Uber.
aggressive. Oh my god, Deft. Oh, you gotta feel from him. And he gets Connor too, and survives. Okay. Lex is just popping off right now in the back of spawn, and he will suddenly have his buddy coming along with him. And god, if you're Elmo, you are angry in that scenario. We know the kind of fury that man can have, and he would not be happy with 2 soldiers getting behind his team like that and taking him out. But in saying that, they did clean things up, and Zarka's not even behind on Uber that much. It's only, what, about 15%? So Taylor Swift Fan Club look like they just want to dry push into second here, and they're doing it quite effectively. It's looks like we've just got all kind of jumping back and forth, eating damage, but, you know, turning heads, and it's doing a fair bit. He will go on the counter bomb. I think that's on Lex. Oh my god, gets absolutely mulched. Elmo goes in for the follow-up, but he can't get anything done. Connor goes down as well. So again, it looked like a really nice slow pushing from Taylor Swift Fan Club, but I mean, that was beautifully defended by MG Zombies.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's going to be their turn to look at taking mid. They're coming in now. Benji getting quite aggressive on the mid, clearing the room for his team, getting that information. He's going to bring it forward with the rest of his team now. Uber's looking like they're about ready to be traded, and here they come. Multis being forced on both teams, both scouts and demos wanting to stay alive, but Deft Hill take a bit of a passive approach here, leave the Uber on door as players are trading now. Lex, Connor both falling right at the beginning, and only now has Deft died, re-entering, not with the beam though, and he will leave, and that will be MG Zombies. They're going to take mid, and with this demo and scout down, they'll deny the forward spawn. They want to look at rolling it onto second here and take control.
Yeah, they are pushing aggressively. Looks like they're going to go through grass right away. We're seeing Meth really leads the charge here. So all of the team, they kind of bunch up and just pushing as a unit, not giving them anything to work with. There we go. A massive bomb in from, who was that? I believe that is Benji, just making space. Almost kind of just ignoring him and completely destroys Meth. Oh my god, some fantastic aggression from Elmo. He will lose his life, and the point is captured, but he makes so much room for Connor and Alt to come in and do their things. Lex is in the background though. He is walking up on balcony. He whiffs his rocket onto Zarka and will get taken out. So again, Taylor Swift Fan Club, it looks like they've got a bit of composure back. They held that really well. And now it looks like Zarka, they're only got about a 10% advantage. They won't have enough time to dot push this. But I don't think they care. They're going in hard. Oh my god, getting launched into that spawn room into the lobby was Dork, but no, the counter Uber does come out. Deft desperately trying to jump back out. He's getting body blocked so hard. That's one player down. That's Zarka down. Heaves will get taken down, but Deft goes down as well. The hubris of Taylor Swift Fan Club was too much. They thought their Uber advantage was bigger than it was. Elmo desperately doing what he can, but his rockets go awry and he gets destroyed. And it's just Connor all alone, picking up a health back and doing what he can and saw. And frankly, what he doing wasn't enough. And that was a team wipe for at least a split second there.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's a split second, a wipe is a wipe. It's going to be everyone down on the side of the Taylor Swift Fan Club. They're going to cap mid on MG Zombies. They will deny one player, but you've got Elmo on the sniper in forwards. Elmo, I mean, you know, he's a soldier player. At least right now he is, but this boy, he's pretty scary on sniper when he wants to be. He hasn't been spotted yet, and he won't have many opportunities for picks onto the combo. I think, yeah, he has been spotted now, so he'll swap back. That's a good call. As MG Zombies, they're just edging this out. They have the Uber advantage.
Oh my god, they're really aggressive. Sorry to cut you off there, but that was Alt just being super aggressive into that. And a few question marks dropping in chat there, and I don't think anyone from MG Zombies was expecting him to just be in cheese like that. But, I mean, it worked out in their favor. There we go. Oh my god, who was that? That's Mev actually getting launched by the sentry gun. And there we go. Fantastic follow-up from Dork to clean him up. And a very nice last hold in the end from Taylor Swift Fan Club. They just kind of dealt with that situation perfectly, and it looks like they're ready to push back out onto the second point here. As again, both Ubers relatively even. You've got a slight advantage on T3. I'm sorry, it is T3 playing for MG Zombies, not Miramu. Apologies for my mistake earlier, but yeah, there we go. A nice, simple cap for the side of Taylor Swift Fan Club.
Yes, it is. As we are, again, in a little bit of a slow point, teams are just going to be looking at building up Ubers here before they get ready to push in. I think these teams, I mean, we're 10 minutes in, nobody's gotten around yet. These teams want to be playing a bit faster, I feel, especially MG Zombies. They're a team that really thrives when they can set that pace. So we're going to see something coming out here. He's getting very aggressive. He wants to come in, but his team's just not quite there with him. They've wasted their opportunity to try and get
something onto the point. Oh my god, Zaka with the serve, and it's not enough. He just pops out at the last second, and that is a drop on the side of Heaves. Oh no. Oh, you gotta feel bad. Meth is doing what he can to deny the aggression from Dork, but it's not enough. Him and Connor just suddenly go to town, and suddenly Zaka going down doesn't really mean that much because MG Zombies didn't know how to capitalize. And this is, I think, the best way to describe this opening 10 minutes has been loose. It feels like neither team has really found their mojo yet, and it's made with some interesting action. I feel very much dominated by Soldiers getting in behind and then Scouts capitalizing.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you on that one. It's been very loose TF2. Neither team playing particularly around the team, but I think that's the style that these two teams are maybe not striving for, but it's what they're going to excel at, quite honestly, especially MG Zombies. I talked about it a bit last week in their game against Sailor V. You know, like, they play well when they can control the pace and really set it quickly. They're not a team that will, you know, like to play a game slow if they can avoid it. And you've seen it right here. Lex, Benjay both going aggressive. Lex will manage to get out through bats, which is, you know, that's what they want to do there. Send 2 soldiers in, only have 1 die. So
it feels like they're going for this top push again. No, it feels like, okay, no, they are going to take it a bit slower. Actually, we are seeing Dork making a distraction, but oh, they both come in. They're getting so much damage, and they get the force onto T3. Fantastic work. They lose 2 lives, but that is a really good sack, and suddenly Zaka, 100% Uber advantage. He's being ferried all the way back onto the second point, all the way back onto grass, in fact. And there's very little chance Lex is going to be able to get him. He is have to watch out. There is a scout coming in from behind. 1 shot. It's not enough, but they get the force.
Yeah, that's what they were looking for. Now, at this point, they need to scatter. Heaps is caught behind fighting Dork, and he will actually win it. So that's really important, because now he's stuck behind no one on the spawn wave for Taylor Swift fan club. So Heaps, he's just a menace back here. Even though it's 2 down, his presence, if he can get in close, is going to be huge. But you've got players coming in. Connor, he's on the point already. He will die very quickly to the Meth stickies, as Meth hits another great pipe onto ult. Denying the point really well here. They'll only lose Lex and Meth.
Yeah, that was a bit of aggression play, and you can't blame them. That point is about as close to being captured without actually capturing as you could hope for the side of Taylor Swift fan club. Oh no,
okay,
what's he doing?
Yeah, they have played. He was on this for a moment. That was
still is. He's still turning some heads. They don't actually know where he is. He's playing footsies right now, and he is winning. Some fantastic play from Dork. He's still no. There we go. He finally gets caught out, but it's enough for the rest of his team to just bomb back into second and do a metric ton of damage, if I can be so loose in my terminology. Death with a fantastic pipe onto Eves. Not enough as Lex will follow out. And there we go. The Uber does come out of T3 in the end, and that is Benjay just putting in them splash rockets and doing a ton of work. As it looks like Lex isn't giving up. He is chasing Connor really hard, but will wisely back into his medic, as they do know Zaka is on that about 50% advantage, so they do need to be worried here. Massive bombing coming from Benjay, and Lex are doing so much, but Connor and Dork say no thank you, and they're probably going to be able to stop that cap. Yeah, Dork immediately blocking it out and just forcing them all back through source. So again, really fantastic defensive work from the scout combo of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, you've got CK. He's a bit forward on grass. He should die here as he's trying to make something happen. Both scouts will run him down. And yeah, I mean, at this point, MG Zombies, you need to hope for a miracle here. The engineers come up. You've still got 1 player down, and with Zaka coming up on his Uber, this is going to be the opportunity to get a round. The aggressive Uber in, Def getting knocked back by the level 1 gun. It'll draw enough of their attention so that it will deny them from the point. Coming forward here, Ult, he's behind the truck. 2 scouts down for the Taylor Swift fan club, but the Uber does finally come out. And they're coming forward. Connor will die. Deft is going to get out with his medic. And it looks like they're pretty safe.
Yeah, Dork just got caught out so early on in that push, and like, it wasn't necessarily his fault. It was more just really good defensive work by MG Zombies, and it's like, you don't want to attribute blame there, but if he was able to survive that, it felt like they were a really good chance to take that post-Uber fight, even with the Uber coming out. Although a lot of counter-aggression is coming back out. Deft hitting a sick pipe, but that will be, I believe, ult going down. Elmo goes to go down as well, but Deft hitting another pipe. He's not stopping. Lex will clean up with a rocket onto Dork and a rocket onto Connor. Deft goes down, and suddenly it's Lex versus Zucker, and Lex says, no, thank you very much. I'm just going to do it all myself, as he kind of puts his team on the back for a minute there.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be massive advantage. With double sniper in the forward spawn. They're both soldiers as well, Elmo and Ult sitting here. They're going to see what they can get. One watching lower, one watching window. They've both been seen, both taken shots. Ult's going to stick around a little bit. That's
what
not
are you
a wise
doing?
move.
No, back spawn.
He's saying no to you.
I'm not a fan of what he's doing right now. If you're going to do that, be heavy, not snipe. He's not. I don't. I'm very disappointed with you, and I'm not going to talk about you for the rest of the match.
If they lose a round off of this, that is going to be tragic. The gun gets dealt with very quickly, but they have a big fat Russian man with a brass beast who has also died very quickly. Players on the point, double soldier will go and clean it up. Def doing a bunch of damage, and he's getting tanked right now, and dealing the damage he's getting taken.
Okay, Benjay is suddenly the luckiest soldier in the world to somehow come out of that fight alive. He got about 2 arrows from his medic, and like about 5 projectiles missed him by the smallest of margins in the environment to take a ton of damage from him, and he's still somehow alive despite contesting on bench 4. And again, he gets a pack at the last second. Benjay, you do not deserve to be alive, but he absolutely does it, and he's jumping back in and gets a ton of damage. I believe that's onto ult, and it's not enough. It's actually Connor will take down Lex. Dork will take down the other, but Deft and Elmo have gone down. Okay, this is just random frags being traded. Either way, Zucker has been forced to use. So out of all of that, at the very least, despite being 3 players down, T3 will come out with a very sizable Uber advantage here, but they're being forced all the way back in the store. Oh my god, Meth, so lucky to survive there, but survive he does. They'll lose the midpoint, but they'll absolutely trade keeping their demo man alive and keeping the Uber advantage intact.
Yeah, and at this point, MG Zombies, they're looking to push up through kitchen. It's a good move when you've got advantage like this. Get very aggressive, kind of deny some of the early bombs you can get, and Connor and all, they're both going to die for it. Elmo is in his own kitchen, but the best he can do at this point, I think, is make a play on the mid, and that's what he's doing. He may actually catch CK here, whiffs 2 rockets in a row.
3 rockets?
Basically whiffs the 3rd.
Oh, he's on 3
Elmo.
HP, Elmo. You are knowing. I mean, we're not seeing anything in chat yet, but you know there are emotions, shall we say.
Yeah, there are emotions. A lot of them. I think CK is probably full of joy, honestly. Lex will fall. That's a fucking frag.
My god, Dork is just hitting everything tonight, and it's kind of nutty. But I mean, it is to be expected. He really had a breakout season. Last season? Yeah, season 28.
Before?
Yeah, was it? I feel last season was when he really kind of stepped up to be one of the premier scouts, kind of after being in the league for so long, and he's really following up that form so far.
He's on sniper. He's on sniper. Let's see. No,
okay,
no.
How's Benja eating no damage?
And no. Let's see Dork sniper. Let's not talk him up and then leave him here. He's going aggressive in the lobby here. He's walking right past these stickies. What are you doing? Nice headshot rings out on the meth. I like that. He's peeking out here. Oh my god, Dork!
Oh, you called that to an absolute T. Oh, that is beautiful poetry. We will see Lex up on the espionage man though. So if we're talking about off classes, we're gonna see what he can do, because he is crouching with his revolver out, scuttling around, making his way past Connor. I mean, he's not doing much, but you gotta appreciate him now. He's going slowly to point. He's gonna uncloak. Elmo is back. No, that is Ult who is Ult. No. Ult! No!
Got stabbed. Got a bit of a shanking.
No, Ult, why are you doing this to us? Lex drops a yikes in chat and... Okay.
I think it's deserved. Yeah, that's gonna be Taylor Swift fan club. Despite losing their Roma in possibly the most humiliating way, they're going to push forward, but they have 2 soldiers in the forward spawn for MG Zombies. They have an idea. Elmo is watching it, and Benjay's gone back, but Lex is going to stay. He opens the door, shoots a rocket, he does get seen, and he'll just backspawn immediately. No point wasting his time there. As his team, they're pretty close to their own Uber, but they're just not healing. I think they just...
It doesn't matter though when you're like on last like this and with a heavy like especially on Snakewater, unless you're like 20% or more, and even 20% is being generous as like a lower estimate, you're kind of fine. It's super easy to kite. And there we go. The sentry gun is being put out. Oh, some nice shots coming out from Ult. Not able to take down his fellow roamer in legs, actually. Okay, no, they are both playing roamer tonight.
Yes.
Thought I mixed myself up there, but no, it looks like we're slowing down, and we have played 20, almost, we're counting down to 20 minutes so far, and a lot of back and forth, a lot of action, a lot of mistakes, but some good tier 2, and Deft with a very nice pipe there to take down Benjay, but it won't be enough. And although they do get the sentry gun, so who knows?
Yeah, and you've got Elmo coming in right now. Connor as well, actually. They're both on top of Zuck, and he will use. That's, I mean, look, I definitely get it. Being a med player in that situation, he missed the spawn door, and he was a little anxious there.
Oh, Deft gets caught out again by Heebs. Like, I feel it's weird, because Deft is, again, also one of the premier ruckmen. In saying that, though, I cut myself off as Ult gets a fantastic rob to take down. Like, Zucker will get forced in, and they're chasing down CK so desperately, and they just can't get him. He's running rings around everyone right now. Elmo will finally be the one to claim that frag, but any hope that the tail end of that Uber from Zucker would be able to have any sort of aggression was immediately taken away there. Connor will go down as well, but again, even with this, what is it, about a 35% Uber advantage from T3, you wouldn't even feel that particularly comfortable with pushing out right now if you were them.
But it's a matter of, like, maybe they're not super comfortable 10 minutes ago, right? But there's 9 minutes left in the game right now. It's still 0-0. Like I've been saying, MG Zombies, they want to set the pace. And they are getting in lobby right now, full Uber. Meth, he's actually going to bomb in. They're going to bomb him right on top. He'll stop on the point short, get another flash, and live. And they get nothing with it.
No way. He has to die here. Okay, massive individual play from Elmo there. Like, is single-handedly turning the tide of this fight. Ult will go down and Deft goes down as well. Okay, this has suddenly turned from fantastic to terrifying. And despite all the weak players on MG Zombies, it's only now that Benjay will be the first one to fall. Lex is somehow still alive. He's just been sitting at the opening to cheese for this entire time on like 20 HP. Heebs will go down, so finally Taylor Swift fan club are able to capitalize on some of this. But yeah, the only reason they're in this position right now is because of a massive individual play by Elmo to not only get in, but to survive for so long and get out. Oh my god, gets launched across the map, gets taken out by Lex. But here we go, they're finally getting some nice cap time. They're all stacking the point, and with that, Connor, 22 minutes into the game, will claim that first final capture point to give Taylor Swift a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, and at this point, the way that these teams have been playing, it wouldn't surprise me if that is pretty close, if not exactly what our final score will be. But on mid now, Deft, he's gotten there, he's healthier, he's quicker than Meth, flexing that experience as he's going to walk forward, and he's putting a lot of his stickies towards Heebs and Benjay on MG Zombie's top left. You've got Elmo and Lex, they're trading a bit of damage here, and the soldiers, they're so low. Lex, nice snipe from Deft to take him down. And at this point is where you start taking ground.
Absolutely destroying CK. Like, CK was not able to enter that mid because of that. Like, in the end, it'll be Ult who cleans up those frags, but, like, that mid was 100% Deft. He absolutely controlled the tone of the play there, and, like, that's one of those times where, like, stats won't reflect, like, how important you were in a position, but suddenly, I mean, they're trying to dot push this. In fact, even if they can't dot push, they'll just force MG Zombies to stay in spawn, but they're not able to capitalize on the cap point. They only just get second now, and T3 will get that counter pop out. But Zaka is able to escape by law. He's doing whatever he can to keep Dork alive for the time being, and Dork stays alive for a very long time. Eventually, CK will finally manage to pistol him down, but nice work by Zaka to stay alive for as long as possible, and the rest of his team to kite back here. So again, really nothing lost there. I mean, we're back to even Uber advantages. It's a slightly favored on the side of T3, but nothing to write home about as Dork will come back up on Sniper where, I mean, we saw what he did earlier. Now let's see what he can do on offense instead of defense.
Yeah, he'll go forward. It looks like, hang on, who's on spy? Someone's on spy. Lex is on the spy club. I'm curious to see if he checked. If he didn't check, he will see it pretty soon. He's just coming up around the point. I don't think he's seen him yet. Actually, he may have dodged him perfectly. And Lex is just going to go for the revolver? That's a bit interesting. Let's focus on the other off class right now. Dork's got himself into lobby. Pretty far forward, and he's alone. He hasn't been seen
Nice,
yet. He'll
finally.
find
Ult,
Benji.
yeah, Ult finally jumped to him at the last second, but Benjay did send out that warning shot, so I mean they know he's there now, but that doesn't really matter if you're Taylor Swift fan club because again it's so hard to push out onto the second point, and like you have to be worried about Dork knowing what his ability is. So with 5 minutes left on the clock, like the onus is entirely on MG's zombies, and like this is why I really like this isn't to go sniper here. Like yes, it can tremendously backfire not to have a scout, especially when Lex is getting onto Zucker. One swipe, it's not enough. Zucker standing on a trio of sticky bombs. Oh my god, if Meth got the call there to dead, that would have been catastrophic. They not only would have killed Zucker, but about 3 other players as well. In the end, they will get Dork, but that could have gone horrendously wrong for Taylor Swift fan club, but Zucker managing to weasel his way out of there.
Yeah, he'll live. And we're just going to see some trading in lobby right now. I'd say is where our next Uber is going to take place, unless MG zombies want to take it very far forward and look at making a play on the second with the ult pick. It's definitely looking nice. They've put some damage out, so Elmo, he's not able to jump just yet.
Oh my
Lex, he's
God.
very far forward.
Absolutely annihilates Banjo just as he was exiting Cheers, but it's not enough as Lex just sending out a few warning rockets. But that's not going to stop Deft, and the Ubers are traded at basically as exact a time as you could manage. Connor's on the back, he gets the point, about 95% captured. Def will trade with Meth, with, I mean, the demo special,
Dork.
which you don't honestly
Dork's
see.
running.
Dork is just an engineer, and suddenly, just like that, Connor putting in the hard yards and Dork claiming the glory for himself, but
It wasn't even an engineer. The NG was holding his gun. He moved
no.
it. Why would you move it when the point is that Cap? He just walked in, didn't even need to kill him. And we have our third and possibly final mid. MG zombies, they're going to have to pull a bit of a miracle out here, Foz, if they want anything to happen.
especially with Deft getting there, again, ridiculously earlier than Meth on this mid-fight, and he's putting that to good work immediately, claiming a frag. Dog will go down as Lex actually gets a ton of damage, and there will be frags right either way, but Connor doesn't care for such simplicity. Zucker is kind of caught out in sword. He will eventually go down to a massive rocket from Benjay, gets another. Unlucky not to be able to clean up the third on Elmo. Oh my god, Benjay just kind of sneaking in behind and just 1, 2, 3 kapow. Elmo is hovering. He's not going to let this mid cap go for free. He's going to jump in. No, he's not. Okay.
Benjay's rocket there that killed Zucker was seriously nearly like a 250 damage rocket. It hit all 3 players there and did so much. That rocket from Benjay is how that 2v3 turned into MG zombies mid, and they need to turn this into a round to even have a hope. They're coming in. They do a pretty decent Uber advantage and now a demo advantage.
And
oh my god!
And Dork, okay, well, you're talking about aggression. How about getting 5 players at just ult, and I don't think he's long for this border. Oh my god, again, that's a team wipe. They're rushing into last point, and just like that, off the back of, and you couldn't have put it any more, any better than you did. That just crisp rocket from Benjay, basically a soldier's wet dream in that scenario. They claim a round in as quick as a time as you're almost going to see on Snake Corner with 2 minutes left. And a 1-round deficit. MG zombies have to be feeling at least a bit of bravado right now and a bit of confidence that they can tie this up.
Yeah, 2 minutes left, and Death is again having another pretty good bid for himself. Meth requiring an arrow before he can get any aggression. And Dork's right there. He's eating a lot of damage.
Oh my god, Lex with just a crisp bomb, and that's not enough. We're going to see Benjay cleaning up Zucker as well, but Elmo's doing massive work in kitchen. He gets heaps. And it's allowing Dork and Connor just to kind of scout around, do their things, and Dork gets 1, gets 2. That might be all she wrote. As again, Elmo's kind of trapped in kitchen there, but he just did enough for Connor and Dork to kind of have a bit of space to move. And when you're Dork, you only need a bit of space and about 27 HP to succeed.
Yeah, at this point, MG Zombies, they can't stop. We're not going to see any waiting here. They're going straight through up top. They'll fight or get the pick. Nice 2 rockets from Lex, and he's going to be jumping forward, taking the height, and they need to kill Deft. Deft, he has been separated, so that's not enough. He's still going to be able to rain these stickies and pipes out.
He has Dork in behind, causing a massive distraction, and he's actually taking the one-on-one against Lex so well. Lex does get that point just in the nick of time. No way Dork manages to clean up Benjay. He will get taken down by Lex, but huge individual effort. I mean, MG Zombies will take midpoint with 50 seconds left, so there is enough time there. But they do have to watch out as we do have ult in this forward spawn. One rocket, no ult. Oh, no.
He had the opportunity for the drop.
Oh, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. But in saying that, he does clean up Heaves. Deft will take down Lex. Kind of does go down, so it's not all over, but as I say that, Elmo and ult clean up a ton of frags. We will see Benjay doing what he can to come in. Deft will clean off as well. It's just CK, and that is all she wrote as a Taylor Swift fan club will take map 1 Snakewater by a 2-1 lead after an incredibly elongated first round and a second round. MG Zombies came back with a really quick rebuttal, about as good as you could hope for, but it just wasn't to be in the end, and things are certainly going to heat up now as we head into Sunshine, because I think both of these teams are finally feeling a bit more confident.
More one-sided game. I don't think MG Zombies are going to be able to bring as much momentum into it as on Snakewater, or at least they won't be able to like get anything as successfully as they did in that third round. I'm thinking maybe a 4-0 to Taylor Swift fan club.
Yep, as we get to this first mid-fight, again, it actually looks like we're getting... Meth actually might have just beat Death there. I did kind of ult tab at the wrong time to see that. Both teams playing on their respective right sides very slowly. It looks like Benjay's going to eat a ton of damage, and he'll be the first casualty of at least moving back to his team, and he will be the first actual casualty, as Deft is all the way in the opposite choke along with Dork, and they're just kind of trading complete positions right now. Connor will go down, but there we go. That is both CK and Benjay down. Lex in with a super aggressive bomb, but Zaka in no real position of worry there. Is just there wasn't the ammunition on Lex's side to be able to do anything. So again, a very odd mid-fight from Taylor Swift fan club where they literally just kind of rotated around to be on the side of MG Zombies, and it felt like they were a bit unsettled by that, as Deft has trapped up about every doorway you could hope for, but it's not enough. They will let Heaves in, and the Uber comes out super aggressively. Elmo will fall down first from that, but again, it's enough time for all of his team to skedaddle as much as you can, and I don't know why that Uber came out from T3 there. I
think they wanted to try and catch Zaka, but he was just so safe. He had a scout and just left.
It was very odd timing to come out, but that's, I mean, you know, Zaka's just in fantastic position here with the rest of his team. Deft will actually, as I say that, no, Lex, again, making me eat my words, completely jumps in around them onto that little patio area and will get force out. So, I mean, Lex coming in with those big bombs, and they will go down alongside his soldier buddy. Oh my god, Meth getting sensitive almost into the ceiling here on last, but it's not enough. They are going to all collapse onto point here. Dork goes down, but Elmo gets Meth. Elmo gets another. Connor will clean up as well, and the two of them go to town as they quite methodically take that first round. And yeah, a bit of an odd scenario there, as just got a few kind of odd back and forth pushes, but in the end, Uber's really one of deciding factors in that matter, unless you discount that that weird hyper aggressive push coming out from T3 and his team is. Oh, I mean, speaking of fast railer, ult has completely taken Clock Tower immediately and really delayed Meth coming to mid here, but they weren't able to capitalize on it too much.
Yeah, and you've got Taylor Swift fan club now pushing around their right-hand side, looking to make a rap play, but Dork, he's fallen a bit low here. Elmo's bombed on top of the Tetris and actually doesn't get anything with it. Lex will die at the same time, call it a trade if you will, despite the kills being completely unrelated. But the health for MG Zombies is atrocious right now. But Benjay...
rocket from Benjay onto Zaka was as crisp as a fresh spring apple, if I can use a horrible metaphor. That was beautiful. He just a perfect flick and direct and okay,
did he just... I'm gonna need confirmation. Did he just meme spoon Deft and then knock him into the wall? Oh
Yes.
my god, oh, you beautiful
He
boy.
is. I mean, can we just build a highlight package from Ult just from this match and forgo the rest of the entertainment for the evening? Because I kind of just want to watch his moments on loop.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I didn't expect it, honestly, in this game, but he almost permanently runs. He's roaming. He doesn't need the escape plan. And, oh, what a way to kill Deft on the tail end of that mid. As they're going to look at coming in. But...
Benji gets destroyed as Elmo, despite being on low health, actually survives for about 2 seconds longer than you could probably hope for. And that doesn't sound like much, but it allows all of his team to completely get their way back into last, as Zucker will have Falubra as a chance to defend. So again, 40 seconds of Uber advantage lost on the side of MG Zombies. They have to be a bit annoyed about that, but Taylor Swift Fan Club, you are loving yourself right now.
Definitely. They've got the heavy up, they've got the Faluba. I'm curious to see when this push happens, because it's sunshine. You can sit in this position and sack back and forward for 5-10 minutes. Maybe not 10, but like easily 5 minutes. And just do nothing. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I was playing a scrim an hour ago, and we did that like twice in the scrim. You know, like it's just the way it happens on this map. It's so difficult to push in or push out unless you have like a 2 or 3 player advantage.
Oh my god, the fact that Deft is alive here is absurd. He got completely cornered by Lex and Benji, but neither of them were able to connect to him, and it will be, I believe that was Connor who ended up coming in to take out the two of them, I think, with a sentry gun, and oh god, that has to feel bad. But in saying that, Dork and Elmo immediately die, and Old as well. I mean, they're going for the triple sack. It's a rough play when all you've got alive is an engineer and a demo man with your medic. There's not a lot of protection you have on offer there. As well, I say that, seems like right now a sentry gun is doing a lot of work. Lex will take it down though and gets completely annihilated by Deft. Zucker will be forced to use there as Connor and Deft were just taking too much damage, and they really force themselves into a bad position. A nice sticky trap will take down CK at the end there, but I'm not a fan of that. Triple bomb, Elmo goes for the midi onto Meth, but it's not enough. He'll surf all the way back.
Connor was in a good position there, but he managed to get pressured out. Deft leaving through. Wait, the Uber comes out there.
Really aggressive. They get... Oh, here we go. Fantastic chance for them. Connor's on no HP. He doesn't have time. He's desperately going up on the Tommy Slab. Have you guys say that? He completely blindsides Meth, taking him out. Deft will get a pipe onto Legs. Are you kidding me? There's no way they should be able to win that fight. Benjay is desperately trying to survive, but again, the Tommy Slab comes out and goes to work. The fact that Connor was able to switch to heavy at the last second there, and Meth happened to be facing the wrong way just as he came out. Absolute round saver for the side of Taylor Swift Fan Club, who right now deserve to be in a 1-1 tie.
Yeah, they definitely had the missed opportunities, did MG Zombies, but we have a Lexington Spy, and he's in Corkscrew right now.
I mean,
let's see.
We just presume he's going to use his revolver rather than his knife, right?
Will he back up though?
Oh no,
he's
he
alone
absolutely
on last.
is.
He's alone on last. He realizes that he can go and cap the point. There's no one here right now. Omo jumps back. Really good skip jump.
Oh my god, that is beautiful. As we say, that door gets heaves as well, but it's not enough. Elmo, he's desperately trying to fight a scout, but it doesn't matter. They do cap Lighthouse at the same time, as it will be CK going down there. I mean, Elmo just absolutely, again, saving his team that round. If you're MGU Zombies, you are feeling bad because, like, you're doing everything right for 90% of it, and then that last little iota, you're just going awry, and that's the worst kind of feeling. That's the one that gets in your head and puts you on mad tilt. As we will see a push through Flowers here, but it looks like they're backing right back onto mid.
Yeah, and that jump from him, it will go forever unappreciated. Like, no one will realize how clutch that jump was. Like, you can see how close the point was. You can see that he, got on the point just in time and got the kill. But just like that jump, it's not an easy jump. He did not, like, that timing on the rocket was, like, almost tick perfect, but not in the way that people think. Like, he had such a short span between the first rocket and the second rocket, it was almost as fast as you could fire.
I mean, speaking of jumps, Elmo just gets sent into the skybox, but it allows Ult to come in. I feel like at one point he realized he was getting launched away by projectiles, so he just immediately took out his main spoon. and just kind of suffered his fate.
Yeah.
As we will see Deft eating a bit of damage. Up on blocks there. Oh my god, really aggressive jump in from Ben, but he just lands about a meter short of being able to get onto mid and fire off another rocket on Zucker.
I want to see more fancy jumps from Elmo. Ult's up, so he's got to be the one to sack now. He's getting aggressive here, and no one's watching him. He's gone up. One rocket, he'll miss, but actually just lands on him. Oh, that's gross. There's no right.
That's a full damage.
So that is standing on the head, rocket on the head of T3, and then crater.
And in the words of Elmo himself, God, I'm the best. Shouldn't have shit-talked my med-killing skills. And, T3 on the other side is not happy about this at all.
Oh, that's gross. Because the way that fall damage in TF2 is calculated is based on your velocity when you hit the ground. And because T3 took a rocket to the head, that's a solid 50 fall damage right there as the Uber from the Taylor Swift fan club comes out. They're not going to play the point right away. They're just going to focus on getting these kills. CK and Lex. Lex won't fall until the point is capped, but...
Again, I would like to point out Ult killing himself again. Not to take away from a very lovely last push again, it almost felt like Taylor Swift Fan Club were playing with MG Zombies there, but oh, come on, man. Like, you're better than this. I feel bad, but at this point I just want to like have a one-to-one chat with you and get your head back on page, because you're not a bad guy, you're just having a bad night.
Yeah, no, we're gonna meet again. Ult, he's going very well on these rollouts here, as I expected. He's rolling up to mid at the same time as the Demo Man. And Lex, he's gonna jump in, try and get some damage off, but it's gonna be
oh my god,
total wipe.
Okay, his jumps are just on point tonight. Like, he's hitting everything right now, as Connor will be put up on the lonely duty of capping mid all by himself, desperately bashing the walls to try to feel something as the rest of his team deserts him.
So, 5 of MG Zombies died within 4 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty impressive.
That is gross.
It's about as strong as a collapse as you can hope for. As Lex does manage to find Ult before getting cleaned up by Elmo. I did hear a sniper shot ring off, but it wasn't to be. Here we go. That is Dork leading super aggressively on this Uber. Gets 1 frag, gets 2 frags. Elmo jumps in to fight off. Connor will get cleaned up on the backline, but it doesn't matter. That Uber from Dork there was just supreme, and suddenly, out of nowhere, after about as good of a mid-fight as you could hope for, Taylor Swift Fan Club have taken a nice 3-0 lead.
And this one's going to be coming after the mid-fight.
Oh, no, okay.
It's another short one, that's good.
Oh, so maybe just a connection issue, who knows, but we get to this first mid-fight. And it looks like Meth actually beats Def for one, and he has got far better positioning as, oh my god, everyone's on ice skates for my stream. God, I love this optimized game, as Lex is taking some good position up top here, and no one's really actually putting any counter-aggression onto him, and it's allowing Benjay to get a ton of damage off. He will end up trading to get Ult, as Connor will take him down. Deft eventually does go down to Meth, so it seems like MG Zombies finally have this fight figured out, but they're just giving enough space for Dork. No, Heebs will get a frag, and I believe 5 frags going the way of MG Zombies, each for a different player. Meth is being hyper-aggressive onto Zaka, but oh my god, he gets 1 final sticky, but it's not enough, and you gotta feel bad as a demo man there. You just don't have that kind of chasing to last ability that Scout or Soldier do unless your name is Cadus, but Meth tried his best. He got some good damage in.
Yeah, and that's the main thing. He tried. They are going to bring an Uber in here, and they're actually just going to catch a lot of players in spawn. Really, they're going to get on the point. They've still got the demo down. Elmo quite low, but the Uber coming out from Zaka, that is going to be a good denial here. But MG Zombies, actually, they're going to just re-enter the entire team from the right side. This is actually where they lost a player. It looks like they lost CK. Yeah.
Yep, and Ult did a really good job bombing in to that left-hand side from the defender's perspective to kind of just quell a bit of that aggression. I mean, took a lot of damage for itself, but it just allowed the rest of his team to get some heals, get a bit settled, and again, we're back to not quite a stalemate, as we do see about, 25% Uber advantage on the side of T3 and the MG Zombies, so you'd expect them to dot push this as soon as they can. Deft is doing so much damage to lock them out of this choke now, and he managed to survive. Elmo goes down, the sentry gunner Connor goes down as well, but they're not finding any targets to kill. I say that immediately. Ult goes down, Def goes down, Zucker goes down, Dork goes down. Connor will do what he can, but it's not enough. You've got to feel bad. Zucker on 98% there, and again, Def put up a really good initial denial into that point, but it felt like the rest of his team didn't react fast enough, and suddenly, MG Zombies, again, after being put down fairly convincingly early, they do manage to claw a round back with still a significant chunk of time left on the clock, 16 minutes, so we still have over half the map time left to play.
Yes, still over halfway as we are going. Now, Elmo jumping up, he's taking some hard on his own side. As he's eating a lot of damage. The goated Gammy having to fall back and really get narrowed. He'll go back and get the pack. He knows his place as the filthy roamer. In the meantime, though, Dork will go down. Lex and CK both chasing Zaka, and they will get him. But they will both lose their life for it. Essentially sacrifice the mid. Although Meth and T3, they're alive, they're on second, and they are being
Connor
chased.
and Elmo, they're pinching. One comes left, one comes right. Meth doesn't know where to look, but he somehow... No, there we go. Okay, Connor does eventually put the chase on, but Neff does enough for T3 to survive as...
Yeah.
Okay, for a second I suddenly lost Elmo on my screen. I'm like, did he vanish? Did he ascend? But no, he did just kind of shuffle his way back to mid quite convincingly. So again, a very nice pinch play from Elmo and Connor there to at least get that one frag and stop, I guess, anything from maybe happening. Obviously T3 does have this massive 50% advantage, but all the positioning advantages on the side of Taylor Swift Fan Club, but they do lose Connor immediately, and it looks like they don't want to do much, especially with all the way behind, getting taken down by Hebes. So yeah, things suddenly have taken a bit of a dour turn for them.
Yeah, but the thing is, Zaka, he's nearly got his Uber here. He will... Okay, they're just going to give up second. I think that's the wise move. You don't want to, like, stay in and prompt the aggression from MG Zombies at this point to then either drop or die right as you get. So they'll play the last hold and get their Uber. Maybe off classes, who knows? It's 3-1 up, Taylor Swift Fan Club. They aren't feeling too pressured at this point. So I think they're happy to just chill for a bit, see if MG Zombies will force an error upon themselves.
Yeah, it felt like... It's interesting to tell for Fan Club, because again, you could argue that maybe we should be in like a 3-2 or even a 2-2 scenario if you think about it, based on some of the really fantastic chances that MG Zombies let slide, but outside of maybe that, it feels like they've just had such an ascendancy even over players. Oh no, it's all playing Spy. Do we have to suddenly worry about this?
Aw.
No, okay, he was just class checking. Okay, good. Very aggressive double soldier spam to try to get the gun down, but it ends in both Benjay and Lex dying. Elmo will trade his life for it, but I mean, if you're Elmo, you're pretty happy with that. I mean, not if you're Elmo specifically. If you're any other soldier, you'd be happy taking that trade, but you know.
It's what needed to be done. Do the counter sack, just in case.
As we will see Alt being a bit aggressive onto Meth, and that will be his demise. A sticky trap finds its way into his face, and Alt dies. As allows all of MG Zombies to easily make their way back into lobby, and Lex is spamming this gun super aggressively down from below, and it allows Meth to fire off a single pipe to get it down. Connor wasting no time and immediately rebuilding. Nothing will stop him. As, again, just back in that stalemate, are we going to see any off classes from the side of MG Zombies? No, Lex has come back up on Sniper. Death, again, so lucky to be survived there. Dork really saving his ass, but again, he's alive. He's not going to complain as Alt coming in really aggressively. Gets one as Elmo gets two. Meth will take him down, but it's that Dork all the way out by himself to just start capping up Lighthouse. And yeah, fantastic soldier play from Taylor Swift Fan Club. Push out his last about as easily as you could hope for.
Yeah, I mean, losing two scouts, even one of them somehow getting a delayed spawn? How did they die at the same time? I'm pretty sure. They were they were like a second apart. That's really strange. I thought I saw their spawn waves at the same time, but I guess not, unless capping second did weird things. Because TF2 is really cool with spawn times like that. Whereas like the wave, you think it's all the same wave, but then when you cap a point, it changes and you get put on a different wave. It's really weird.
It's a mystery none of us will know. We'll ask Matt Mackers one day how they decide it. Maybe we'll get Skaz in for a cast and he can regale us some stories, but it is probably just a mystery. Oh my god, Lex. No, that is not Lex. That is Benja getting absolutely rocketed into space and denied. Definitely will take down Lex's. Did you see the velocity he got on that jump?
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
that was a quick one. I mean, that is absolutely escape velocity there.
Oh no, he got blasted by 3 stickies on the wall.
Elmo will take down Meth as well. As we will see, have we dropped a player again from, yeah, CK is gone from the side of MG Zombies, so they're in a really bad position, especially with Zaka on that 100% Uber advantage. Again, well, not quite, but it may as well be, as it looks like, yeah, Tifa is just going to back into lobby now as Connor's being very aggressive.
Oh,
Lex is
he
jumping around,
sniper.
gets one, but one is all, as, yeah, we will see that sniper coming out. Looks like he's going for that long angle, but there's no one. Oh my god, no! He absolutely gets his shot, and we're seeing some good sniper players tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, both teams even getting the, oh wait, no, is it both teams? Yes, it is
Yeah,
both
yeah,
teams.
Dork
it
hit
was
a
Dork
fat
last time.
shot onto a T3 earlier.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot who was on the receiving end of that one. You're gonna see Taylor Swift fan club this time. Just play
Oh my
force,
god,
they'll get it.
Oh no. He goes in for such a good skid jump, but ends up just being forced into the Roma special. But Connor's doing a really good work, and that allows Dork to take this 1v1 on loss. He's doing so much on Lex, but just manages to get that fade rocket onto him. But again, Dork turns so many heads that it's just allowed Zaka and Deft and everyone to get all the way out. And T3, no one was helping him get up to point there, so he's lost about 5-10% Uber, which, I mean, in the context of this game, could be a lot with a lot of the dot pushes we've seen. But if you're Zaka, you don't know that. Oh my god, Benjamin with a massive bomb, but he will manage to just get his way back into Flower, with Lex being his bodyguard.
Yeah, he'll get out. He got fairly low there. He's taking a small pack, and he'll go unders for it. Dork tried to see if he could catch a soldier sticking around, but they'll just trade a little bit of damage, Mr. Benji and Mr. Dork, and they'll end up just chilling, going back, getting some heals, and we're just gonna see what happens on mid. 10 minutes left. Taylor Swift fan club still up 3-1. I have a feeling they're just going to keep on forcing the plays onto MG Zombies, make them take it forward, as we're actually going to see them push into second a little bit. They're poking
In with a... Oh my god, oh my god. I don't know what happened. His rocket hit the wall, but T3 took 0 splash damage from it. As Lex comes in and gets Elmo, he isn't able to get the rocket onto Zaka, but does enough damage to really make him be passive in this fight as Connor goes down too. I don't know what happened with Alt's bomb there. Like, he timed it so well, even though he was caught out. He got rockets off, but like, they just didn't do damage until that last one, and by that point it was too late.
Yeah, definitely. As both of these teams, they're clashing a bit here. The medic right outside of the forward spawn for T3, and Ubers are being traded here. Dork had the opportunity to get a bit of a body block off, but it's not going to happen. And the damage coming in from Deft in that choke is absolutely massive. Now he's dealing with Benjay, but you've got T3 alone on the point with Lex. 2 nice surfs is going to keep him away. Lex will finally get it in the end with his last rocket before he dies to Dork, but with a CK and a medic on the point, you see, normally I'd say this is CK's to win, but yeah, he hasn't been too hot tonight. He will sit on the corner, but yeah, it's just not enough.
Especially with, even though most of his team dying in that fight, like, Dork was still putting in insane work, and yeah, you don't... You just get that moment of trepidation. Even though you've got the heals, you just wonder if you're gonna whiff, and yeah, I think you can't really fault the passive play there, but with 8 minutes left, it's you just got to take that chance, like with a medic, even though he's not at full Uber, you just go.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, it's especially like CK. He hasn't been playing the best tonight. Definitely hasn't been playing as well as we know that he can play. This dude's a beast when he plays on.
Was Alt AFK there while he was getting killed by Benjay, or was he just didn't care? Like,
you know, it's all.
I'm worried about him.
Some would argue he's always AFK. The Uber does come in, and it looks like there's going to be a little bit of a trade here. Zaka finally using on Dork. I feel like that was probably the worst possible use.
CK. Oh, I feel so bad for him. He was delicately waiting, just crouching on the left-hand side to try to take out Deft, waiting for his perfect opportunity, not realizing there was a sentry gun just out of view, and the moment he stepped off, he just got completely launched behind point there. Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah, as this gun, it's in a really good spot. Oh, he's just moved it away, Connor, but it was in a spot where it can't be directly hit, and the only way to hit it is through some like really max range splash rockets. So instead of, you know, requiring 3 rockets to kill it, you need like 6.
Yeah. In saying that, they get that.
He's moved it to a spot where it can be spammed by 2 doors.
Yeah,
Pretty easily.
and a really aggressive Uber coming out here from T3. He takes heaps and gets taken down, and it doesn't look like Meth's able to do anything now. Elmo does get that aggressive jump onto the combo, will eventually get taken out by CK. Lex is just crouching behind the point, but Def will eventually see him and get that pipe off. And that may as well be a wipe, as T3 is running with a tail between his legs and that 4% Uber charge as he finally catches up with Heaves at the spawn on mid.
It is even Ubers though. So, it's not the end of the world. It would have. The only worst thing is if he dies. So I guess silver lining he lives, so it's at least even Ubers.
Yeah,
but I'm curious to see
6 minutes left.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what Taylor Swift fan club do though, right? Whether they want to maybe look at pushing this forward just to get off of their second, because it is a bad spot to be. It wouldn't shock me if we see them go forward here, but MG Zombies need to be in a position to capitalize off of that, because I can see Taylor Swift fan club doing it, right? They haven't been one to just sit there and wait. If they see an opportunity to push, they're gonna push.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, they don't have that opportunity. You know, Meth's doing what he can through Flowers, and he does have Heaves kind of supporting him, but I mean, Old's just firing off a few warning rockets, and it's doing enough, and Dork will just tape out Lex. They will get the force out as that is Benjay following off on some of the damage, so they will get Zaka to use here. So, not a terrible position, but Dork is doing a lot of solo work, and there we go. It allows Elmo to jump in, but he's lost. No, I say he's lost. T3, he absolutely hasn't. He is completely dropping him there, as the rest of his team is taking a ton of damage and going down, but Def does not care for such thing. He will take down here with a fantastic pipe going into camp. Def. Zaka is putting on some fancy footwork. Oh no. No, Zaka. Okay, he finally gets taken down by CK, but again, like, fantastic jukes, and it's allowed Connor just to get 2 frags, get 3 frags, get 4 frags. Will he get 5? No, Lex will clean him up at the tail end, and Def Sticky just, I believe, hits a bit of the architecture and gets moved off course, so he won't be able to find that either. As Lex is doing a lot behind play, but I mean, realistically, it's just time wasting, and if you're Taylor Swift fan club, you're probably in favor for it.
Yeah, I don't think it's too bad. 4 minutes left. Yeah, I mean, alt trading for Heaves there is fine. I think that's pretty good. But you've got CK going in again, trying to get another play onto Zaka, but it won't happen. And they've heard Benjay. Connor's waiting for it, but he'll just go through mid. It's not happening fast enough, and this back cap has absolutely no chance of succeeding. Absolutely not.
Yeah, look, it's a bit rough. I feel like we're seeing a very similar scenario as what we saw on Snakewater as well, but we're really winding down to the point now where if you're MG Zombies, you're reaching the point of almost impossible. Not quite. We've got 3.5 minutes. It is totally doable, but it requires a catastrophic collapse on the side of Taylor Swift fan club, and it doesn't help when you've run an Uber disadvantage and you're running an engineer on last. Like, you just don't have that mobility. As Lex goes down as Rel, we do have, if they use that Benjay all the way behind, he will combine with Heaves. No, that's Meth combined with Heaves to get Def and get the Uber out. So the gun does completely suspend Dork in midair. They take him out, but your Taylor Swift fan club, you don't care.
Yeah, they'll, MG Zombies full Uber. Elmo nearly gets away with something ridiculous. It might be Alt will die before he can get a second rocket off, and T3's got a pack right there next to him, so not the end of the world. They'll cap second, and they need to end this round in the next minute. Like, from right now, the next minute is what they have. Otherwise, it is impossible.
And they're going very aggressively out of Cafe there. There we go. Meth is leading the charge here. Gets them all the way out, so just a bit of intimidation tactic working there. Taylor Swift fan club not deciding to take any chances. We are seeing a back cap. Connor is all the way behind. They never captured midpoint. They were so obsessed with the frags that no one was able to get behind. CK doing what he can, but it's a second too late as Connor gets the cap, and just that alone is so monumentally big because it just forces 2 players back and wastes about, what, 10-15 seconds off the clock, and allows Taylor Swift fan club to come in, but in saying that, Deft again, really bad position and gets forced out. Now Zucker's having to use on Dork and Elmo, who are both ridiculously low. Elmo unable to jump out there, will get cleaned up, so maybe things aren't too bad. Again, there's still just enough time for MG Zombies, but they have to rush. Oh, desperately jumping out. He will be able to back out of lower here and not get caught. So if you're Taylor Swift fan club, you just need to hold on to last here for about 30 seconds at the very least.
If that 10 will do it.
And it looks like they've done that. I also want to point out, Alt was jumping out of lower to try to get back to his medic and took like a wayward pipe from Meth to launch him all the way back down and still somehow survive. As we'll see Benjay and like the high progressive bomb, they aren't able to clean up Def. And Elmo just do so much work. Def will get an arrow from his medic. Connor will take down Meth. Dork will get T3, and the GG is being dropped by Heaves. A really nice last defense by Taylor Swift fan club. And look, we don't know what the final round tally is yet, but
I do.
Oh, look at you being creative. But we will see. Oh my god, Heaves. Oh, you just gotta have some fun in garbage time.
Yeah.
As we will see Taylor Swift fan club.
Let's have a look at Lex.
Yeah, let's have a look at Lex. What's he up to?
Alert. The control point is
He's on 5 HP. He's got that SMG. Okay, you know, Dork, just sit down. Okay, Lex, come on, man. Come on, Lex. Come on, Lex. Okay, he doesn't get Elmo. Or does he? Or does he? I mean, Benjay steals a kill off of him. Kill? Steals a frag off of him, but... Oh, beautiful ending if you're Lex. I mean, not in terms of, you know, you're standing in ozfortress, but a bit of personal pride going on the line there.
Yeah, and that will be a Taylor Swift fan club taking it 2-0. 2-1 on Sunshine, 3-1 on... No, 2-1 on Snakewater, 3-1 on Sunshine.
Might wrap things up for now.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
So, I guess in starting that, Michael, do you have any shoutouts?
Nah, nothing to me. Shout out to... shout out to Hungry I Eat All Day.
Classic.
Because hungry.
Yep, look, I'm with you there. Obviously, shout out to you, both teams, for putting on a really entertaining map. Connor for yet again being a production god. All of the people we had over on TF Live 2 tonight, again, like, it's really fantastic to see kind of what we've been doing, building and kind of getting more people involved. Obviously the ozfortress admin team, but again, I just want to thank the community. Like, the last couple of seasons, there's really been a boom that's happened, and it's just nice to see this level of activity coming back again. So big ups to everyone for playing this dumb game.